Good morning, everybody. My name is Prashant Singh. I'm a faculty at Florida State University, and my lab is focused on developing rapid diagnostic method for the food industry. Our lab closely works with seafood industry, and we often have conversation. And based on the request of seafood industry, we developed a rapid method for on-site identification of Atlantic white shrimp. And today I'm going to show you the steps of how the assay works and how the data is interpreted. In the market, you get two kinds of shrimp samples. One is raw shrimp sample, which looks something like this, and another category is cooked shrimp sample, which looks something like this. This assay works for both raw and as well as cooked sample, which can be used for testing. So for this method, we have everything pre-measured and pre-filled. The first reagent is extraction reagent, which is already filled in small tubes. The second one, the PCR reagent, which is already pre-filled and pre-measured. And the third one is lateral flow reagent. So all of them pre-filled, so no pipetting is needed. So you can go ahead for each step as you need it. The first step of the assay is DNA extraction. For DNA extraction, what do? We take the shrimp sample, we cut it open so that we have access to the core of the shrimp. In the core of the shrimp, we take this ultra cheap fine forceps. We take the tiniest amount of tissue which you can see, which will be like a tiny white speck on your forceps, and we transfer that amount of tissue inside your extraction reagent. Make sure when you do that, your tissue went inside the extraction reagent. Close it, and we are good to go to the next step. So the next step is focused on this tiny little instrument we got. So this is a very small PCR machine which can run 4 samples, and this is the instrument we use for DNA isolation. All we need to do is the amount of tissue which we have transferred in these extraction reagent, we put it inside, we close the lid. There are different program settings here. You can choose the setting for heat lysis, which is boiling at very high temperature for 2 minutes, and hit run. The sample heats at 95 degrees for 2 minutes. Heats pop open the cell and liplates the DNA, and that's all is what involved in DNA isolation process. Now the PCR has completed and I have turned on off the equipment. So the next step is we take these samples after the PCR has completed, transfer it to a stand. Then we take out this lateral flow reagents which are already pre-filled and pre-measured. So the number of samples you ran, the numbers of these tubes we take, and we transfer your PCR amplicons from these tiny little tubes into this lateral flow reagent. So we had 2 samples, so we have to transfer both samples. Mix them, and the next step is even simpler. The next step is lateral flow. All you need to do is take this sticks, lateral flow sticks, put it inside there, wait for 5 to 10 minutes. The next step is reading the results from lateral flow strips which we put in here. So the lateral flow strips can generate 3 kinds of result: 1 band, 2 band, 3 band. If you are looking for a positive result, if you see a 3 band on your strip, it means positive identification. If you see 1 band or 2 bands, it means negative identification. It's not the sample target or what white shrimp or Atlantic white shrimp in this sample. You can have a tiny little corner in your table and get the whole things done in close to 2 hours. Thank you.